Some time ago, this was in the good old days when you got two rentals of every S rank that was coming out. Oddly, in the last actually it's been about 4 months now, we haven't gotten any rentals on any new S ranks, which is kind of disturbing, kind of annoying. But anyways, yeah, I actually have a spare Cross One Gundam left over. I'm not a big uh, Crossbone fan. Like the Cross 2, I recently said I'm not going to. Cross 1, the only reason I have to get the Cross 1 is because I want to get the Skull Heart eventually, which is the SS rank, which is going to show up in roughly 3 months, if OG Planet doesn't F around with it. But the Cross 3, which is right there, I'm kind of, I find some interesting things in it. It seems to be the most shooty of them all. Honestly, don't care. I thought this was going to be good, but it just didn't have the damage built into it, so... You shall struggle no more, and I can always remake you later, because I have a DJ SER. Victory Gundam, suck my Ashtray Blue Frame 2nd L. Fun. Love this thing. This is the only blueprint this is used in, by the way. Right there. It's the only one. Dog Iris. Didn't care much for it. The Scattering Gun Control Shock boost down, whatever it is, that Weapon 3 was meh. So, I mean, of all the units here, the only one I really like is the Blue Frame 2nd L. So, meh, don't care. Moving on. Oh, look, there it is right there. I already have it. Well, then what's in here, I wonder? I just had this odd urge to paint all the blue pieces black. Just saying. Like I said, this is the most shooty of the three regular crossbones. So, hmm, mini eye field. It's called a mini eye field. It's just an eye field, which is always good to have around. This is nice. It's 60%, which it's always better if it's above 50%, which is your typical skill threshold. So maximum damage, all weapons, nice increased defense, always nice. Booster recovery rate, that would be nice. Why can't they ever have an HP up, like restores HP to some degree, that'd be nice. Move on, Ava. I'm gonna have to find something interesting to do with that right there. But oh well, here it is. Like I said, I got this one because it's shooty, not necessarily because it's... What am I doing here? Oh, guess the wolf is going to end up right there. Of course, if I make these things black, you won't be able to see it. Why is his hand open? That's weird. That's really weird. Why is his hand open like that? I don't get that. You know something kind of interesting? And it kind of happens with the Keyblade and the Kingdom Hearts thing. It's got this hand guard goes out both sides. It's like, that's got to be really awkward the way it holds that thing. Like that right there. You see how it holds that? It's like, how on earth does it hold that thing? Eh. What? Are you kidding me? That's weird. Wow, there's a lot of red bits on there. Yikes. And the good news is I won't have to put a bright green on there because they already are. Yay. Has to be standout. I mean, come on. Ooh, it's a toss-up. Mm. Oops. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? actually what I could do, just to save myself some Astros. That's not bad. Sticks out in the right places. Might go with that instead. Because it's got the little bit of white that I like. Again, what's with the open hand? I don't get that. And now for shits and giggles, AV Unit 4A. Well, just AV Unit 4, I guess. Okay, you know you're going to be putting black there. Why are you doing that? Nice! Yes, it put the red in the right places. I can use the paint set. Mwah! Oh my goodness, look at that. There's got to be another color I can use for here, for Unit 4. Not sure though, because I don't want to leave a lot white, because then there's too much white on it. Oh, happy. I can use the Unit 4 scheme on it. Nice. Yay. And let's see, Okami standby? Of course you can. Okay, good colors. I must be using Bandicam. I have FPS lag. How about that? Holy. Let's do that again. Oh my god. You know, let's just get it over with. Oh, that's... Whoa! Whoa, that's brutal! Oh, I'm gonna keep this thing just for the spec. A little slow. 6, 7, 8 shots. Uh-oh, that reload's kind of annoying. Oh, that's why the hand's open. Okay. So it's a permanent eye field. Wow! Oh, I love it when they do that. What do I mean by that? Watch. Okay, so that's a continuous shot. Wait, why'd it go down? What's up with that? And then when you're moving, if I'm not mistaken... Oh, I love it when they do that. Oh, it's a magazine. That's interesting. And look how fast it reloads, too. So can I get out of visual range in time? Yes, I can. Oh, interesting. Oh, good choice, Ava. Good choice. See, one quick question. Does it penetrate? Yes, it does. Good choice, Ava. Good choice. Oh, this is very nice. Okay, I don't need my skills for mobility, but it would be nice if my FPS wasn't so bad. Look at that, 11 FPS. What the hell? Alright, anyways. Very nice. Good speed. Good duration. Well, actually, I think I could use a little more speed. Just a hair more speed. But damage? I don't think this guy's going to have any problem with damage. Alright, I forgot. Drift this way, my pretties. Thank you. Oh, same boost ration, same speed. Very nice. Oh, that's very balanced. I like that. God, you can combo somebody to death with this thing. Oh my god. Worth it. Good choice, Ava. Good choice. Five, six, seven shots. 8 with patience. That reload bothers me a little on weapon 2, but I think I can live without it just because this will be much more satisfying. Yeah, I think I made a good purchase. Yes. God, that's brutal. He stabs you and then he activates the blades in the middle. Oh my god, I love this thing. Wow, did I really shoot all of that footage almost a year and a half ago? That was, what, December 2013. Now, to be fair, I shoot all my S ranks. Let's see. Come on, search. Come on. Oh, that is all the S ranks I have. Okay, I do videos of all the S ranks that I get. It's just that sometimes I forget to publish them, or let's see, what's another one? Or I wasn't recording at the time. I wasn't recording videos at the time. Here's another one where, I wasn't recording, making videos at the time. And there are others, such as the 007 swords, where I just can't go away, where I just kind of forget to publish, or it's just kind of meh, don't care, nothing particularly spectacular. Now some like the Freedom Gundam. Come on, select it. Thank you. Some like the Freedom Gundam. Everybody has one of these, and everybody has a Justice Gundam. So some of those you don't really have to review. Wings Air Custom. There's an example of an S rank that I got a long time ago, and I never reviewed it, or I didn't have the ability to review at the time. So, such is the case with Crossbone Cross 3. I actually did record an entry for it, or I recorded, my initial stuff. I just, for whatever reason, didn't get around to actually reviewing it, or I didn't get around to editing and posting it. So, as you can tell, I put a just sweet paint job on there. I actually came across this. This is the first time I did this paint set, and I was really happy with it. And this is this is a really weird blue, and see, this is blue and this is red. I think something like that. And then this, I think these are white, maybe. No, these are red, and these are really strange blue. So it was just by chance. It went majority purple, and it's the perfect shade of purple. And this is actually still one of only 2 units that has this paint set on it, because I will never ever use that purple. You see, it's not the same thing. It's not the same Ava Unit 1. So, yeah, if you can get all of these, like, all of the other colors don't really matter. The only one that really matters is that first position with the purple right there. Then you can start thinking about, well, where's the black located? Where's the yellow located? Where's the green located? So, and it kind of made me the interest. It feels like a, how do I say it? It feels like a rogue unit in my game. It feels like a maverick. It's unusual. And yes, I did consider this too at some point. So yeah, Crossbone Cross 3 is kind of one of the interesting ones in my hangar, and you'll notice that it's made as an attack type. Although why it is I did an attack type, I don't remember. When I did, anyways, I think the only reason I did it was so I could put this skill on here, which in the grand scheme of things, nullify shield skill, type skill, in certain distance. What does that mean? Is like I don't understand. Somebody please explain this skill to me. Please do, because I'm still confused about it. The one thing I did change about the balance on it, like Yeah, I did HP up in unit defense, but this defense thing is pretty darn paltry. So unless this has a particular significance that I can, like if it's a significant amount of damage it's going to do, I'd probably go back to a defense build because I can actually do this set up in defense. I can do exactly the same things here. The difference is I'd be getting more defense out of it. So I don't know why it is I did the attack type, but the only thing I tried to modify was weapon 2 mode 1 because the reload on this beam rifle is still bugs me. It still bugs me to this day. If anything, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, they might have even reduced the cooldown on it a little bit. So not only does it take a long time to reload, but it also takes a bit of time to fire it as well. Or at least after you're done firing, it takes time for it to bring it up again a second time, or however many times. So really, that's the only balance change that I tried to fix. And really, you'll see in a moment here, 5% makes little or no difference, which is really unfortunate. But such is the way things go. So agility remains good, attack speeds remain good, damage remains good. This is one of those units where, well, I'm gonna say it. I don't do this very often, but I'll do it now. Actually, don't show off. I can't remember the last time I showed off my battleships, if ever. I actually have my Crossbone Cross 3 along with my Destiny Gundam, which is the only other unit that has this color scheme, by the way. These two, it just works really well. Irrelevant. Anyways, with these two units in particular, Clan Okami is sick and tired of me saying this, but and I tell anybody who asks, Crossbone Cross 3, and this will be a little bit about Destiny as well, these two units are like jack of all trades in SDGO. They're not, this is a close range combat unit, this is a medium range combat unit, and yet they're both, they both have a really good melee game, but they also have a really good ranged game. They can spam, or they can do long range, they can do medium range, and they can do short range really well. Now, jack of all trades, master of none. If you come up against a legitimate rock, which actually I should point here as an example. If you come up against a legitimate rock that has heavy melee damage and has a bunch of abilities, if you come up a Crossbone Cross 1, for example, or a Double O Riser, then Destiny Gundam won't be able to stand up to it because A, it doesn't have the boost duration, and B, it doesn't have the damage, and C, it doesn't have the flexibility in the melee. It can't really keep up with that. If you don't come up against a legitimate heavy-hitting melee-oriented unit, then this will be a very suitable substitute because it has a really good melee game attached to it. But then, when you transform, it also has a really good ranged game, and it has good mobility, and it has good boosting speed, and things like that. So, and the same thing applies to the Crossbone Cross 3. It has a really good melee game. It has heavy damage in the melee, but then it can conveniently and coincidentally switch over to a ranged mode that's really, really good. So I actually prefer to use Crossbone Cross 3. I still prefer to use this thing over the Cross 1, the Cross 2, the Cross 2 Kai. My preference is still here. And that's why I put those two on the same battleship, because I can transition between one and the other in grid mode, and I don't have to worry. I don't have to think about, oh yeah, this is a really close range unit, or oh man, this is a really long range unit. I need to keep my distance. With those two units, I don't worry about that. As a matter of fact, I've noticed over time my gameplay changes when I'm in Crossbone Cross 3 or Destiny Gundam. I apologize for mentioning Destiny so much, but they do, in a strange way, they do feel kind of like brothers to me in SDGO. What do I mean by more aggressive? 2, 3, 4, and that, and I get to be... I don't just feel powerful, I don't feel that these weapons are really hard-hitting. It's not just that, but I have a tendency to play the range game and just kind of keep my distance, and oh god, I'm getting shot at, and oh no's, keep away from me. No, I'm going to try and outrange you because I'm going to play it smart. With Crossbone Cross 3, I don't feel that way. Ah, I screwed that up. I don't feel that way. I feel really aggressive. I play against style. I play against my playstyle, and I still love the hell out of the spec end. Wham! That still works for me. That's just amazing. So I have I can't put my finger on it why it is these make me feel this way, but being jack of all trades, master of none, these things, they're really great. Now, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. That's actually a slightly, and then 8 shots with patience. That's still, for a rock, for an S rank rock, that's still kind of minimal low damage. And I'll be honest, the reload still kind of bugs the heck out of me. Like, it is still slower than your average beam rifle. And considering the fact that it doesn't do a lot of damage, and it only has 8 shots on it. Believe it or not, the Crossbone Cross 1 has an average reload, and it has good damage on that beam rifle. So why it is that this one does less damage, I'm not entirely certain. And why it has a longer reload, I'm not entirely certain. But like I said, like, I get into Crossbone Cross 3 and I just feel more aggressive. And I really like it because I've got a heavy melee game. I mean, look at this. I can almost kill a C rank in 6 hits, or in 5 hits. You know? That's pretty damn amazing. And I can recover my eye field in 6 hits. But then I have the ability to back off and do some significant range damage. Oh look, it's the predecessor to the Crossbones. But anyways, there's one thing I want to discuss. Despite all the buffing and nerfing and rebalancing that's happened since this unit has come out, I'm honestly surprised that the Crossbone Cross 3 hasn't been affected by any of them until about 9 months ago in Korea. They actually changed something on it. And I complained about this when I got the original unit as well. Not in the initial recordings because it didn't really occur to me. This was just kind of a common, average, ordinary, everyday beam rifle, so it didn't really bother me. Or rather, it did bother me. The amount of ammo it had didn't bother me because, well, 3 shots, regardless of the magazine, 3 shots, it's okay because it's got a really, really good reload rate. Ironically, a predecessor to the Crossbone Gundams, the Unicorn Gundam, actually had a more powerful beam rifle than this thing does. And also consider, but by Universal Century standards, it's a damn big beam rifle. It's a huge beam. It's a large beam cannon for for the average mobile suit to hold. But anyways, and I had to remove the custom parts in order to demonstrate this because one of them actually affects. I finally figured out what that skill, nullify skill at certain distance thing was. But the thing that I found out is that this now classified as a long-range beam rifle. That's 3 shots from that thing. Here's 1, 2, 3. And you can see these Zaku's actually respond to medium range and long range because long-range weapons, they always take reduced damage from long-range weapons, whether it's a stun or a knockdown or just a general beam rifle like this. See, that's 6 shots, 4, 5, 6. So the Zaku's are... Oh, wow, I didn't kill him last time. Okay, so the Zaku's... but here's my problem, though. It's actually good. Like, this needs to be long range. Okay, so I'm using auto lock on. Okay, watch this. You can see the Zaku's, and... What the hell? There we go. And it turned into visual range now. It turned literally... So it's almost like Softmax said, okay, we'll turn it into a long-range weapon, but then we're not actually going to change the numbers on it. Like the distance that the beam goes out is still not classified as long range. I can run my A-rank Unicorn Gundam, and it will probably shoot farther than this thing does. So even though it's classified as a long-range weapon, which is, by the way, reflected in how these Zaku 2 drones are responding to the damage, it's an issue. It's strange. Like, they call it long range, yet it doesn't actually go out to long range. Now, yes, I know close range combat. Yes, I know that rock units, they have slightly shorter visual range because they don't have to see that way far out there. Just have to worry about the close range stuff. Even though this has a closer range, if that's the case, it should be able to shoot beyond visual range. And yet, for this thing, for whatever reason, it doesn't. It's weird. I like that they... I mean, what's the point of making it a long-range weapon if you're not going to treat it like a long-range weapon? I don't get that. I'm sitting here. I had to remove the custom parts in order to demonstrate the long-range beam rifle on this thing because it turned out that in a previous take, I was doing a lot of damage to those Akatus. I was like, wait a minute, this is classified as a long-range weapon. Why am I doing so much damage? And I was like, that one attack type. Oh, maybe that's what it does. So okay, so I took it off. And now all of a sudden, like I'm just kind of sitting here thinking to myself, well, should I? I'm going to be doing a medium range reload up no matter what, and I can do a medium range reload up, no matter which tree I go with. Um, but should I stay with the attack type? I mean, really, the only reason to use the attack type would either be to use this or this thing, which actually wait, no, what? No, I'm sorry, this one. I forgot they added this. Would be to use this, which sounds really good. I mean, if you can cut through any kind of defensive skill with this thing, then wow. Okay, that changed my mind about the attack type tree. Um, so that what was the other one? Um, that and that. That's what I used to have. Do I want to stay with it? I could. Defense type, there isn't really any strong advantage. The only reason would be to use this, but I don't really feel it's necessary. Now mobility type, I'm kind of the reason I'm debating the attack type here, aside from putting this in here, is I like the mobility on this. I really like the speed on it, or the speed was kind of okay, and so I'm wondering if maybe I should throw this on here instead. In which case I would do this, and what's this do? Oh, that'd be kind of nice. Oh, that'd be even better. So maybe something like this. Something that focuses on mobility. No. I mean, this is kind of the good one to have because no additional booster consumption when double jump. So in other words, if you press the spacebar to jump once, you'll use boost. But if you press it a second time while you're still in the air, it won't use additional boost. So that's actually a really convenient skill to have, or custom part. I'm sorry. Um, so there's actually a couple different ways I could run this. This would be obviously really helpful for me in particular. It'd be helpful. Um, doesn't need cooldown. A couple of minutes ago, a couple of days ago, I said that the cooldown would be helpful, but not necessarily. Really, the biggest thing that needs to be fixed again is that medium range reload on the beam rifle. That still bugs me. This is fine. This is fine. This doesn't do as much damage as I would like. I can't really influence damage unless I go to the attack type. Again, brings me back to here. So there's actually a couple of different ways that I would do it. And like I said, I tend to play against type when I use the Crossbone Cross 3. Yeah, it's a jack of all trades, master of none, because it can do the close range game. It's based on the close range game, but on the other hand, when you transform it, it has I would call a respectable ranged game. Here, this also, yes, does good damage, but the problem is it has a really bad reload. So it has a bad reload, and the damage doesn't seem to be that amazing. If it takes 7 shots to kill a Zaku or a Zaku or a Dom, then going up against S ranks, you're going to have issues, which is why you're going to be wanting to be going here and then using the that penetration type custom part. Beyond that. It occurs at some point I should have done this. Maximum damage all weapons, increased defense on booster recovery rate. It's pretty much increased damage and defense and booster recovery. Wow, that's all of that's right up my alley. So I like all of those things. Well, yeah, okay. In this case, like it doesn't need booster expansion. It doesn't need booster extension to make it boost for longer amounts of time. It doesn't need that. It's got that in supply, but boosting speed and reload on the beam rifle will be an issue. Beyond that, it's the expansion. I've already got it there. Grow unit. Yeah, I would EX it if I could. That'd be nice. Combine. Yeah, I actually would combine it. Yeah, I think it's worth the effort. Some of the units that go into the blueprint going to be a pain in the ass, but beyond that, Definitely worth getting one of these things. I put my full recommendations into this thing. It's a lot of fun. And like I said, it gets me out of my comfort zone of hiding behind long range cannons and heavy defense. Like there's two kinds of units I like to play in SDGO. Big spoiler for me. I think people will take advantage of me if I give this away. I prefer tanky cannons where I can shrug off damage and dish it back again, where mobility doesn't matter. Or I like jack of all trades, where I have a wide selection of things I can work with. Bleh, 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 bleh. I apologize, and I don't really care. And if I have a little bit of mobility to go with it, then great. And this is definitely jack of all trades. I've got a lot of jack of all, or I shouldn't say a lot, but I do have more than a few jack of all trades in my hangar. So and this is definitely one of the top ranked ones as far as I'm concerned. And so with that, this is AV Unit 4A saying thanks for tuning in.